अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम EDUA 516 का मिड टर्म प्रिपरेशन के हवाले से लेक्चर वाइज इंपॉर्टेंट लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आंसर जो है वो कवर करेंगे। मुझे उम्मीद है कि ये वीडियो आपके लिए बहुत यूजफुल रहेगी, तो वीडियो कंप्लीट जरूर देखिएगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। What is silent reading? Explain its importance. Silent reading is reading quietly without speaking aloud. It helps students understand language independently. Importance की बात करें तो it improves vocabulary and comprehension, helps visual learning, build confidence in student, encourage independent learning, develop concentration and understanding of language structure. अच्छा देखिए, इतने मैंने पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे लिखे हैं ना, आप जरूरी नहीं है कि आप इसको रट्टा लगाएं, ठीक है। आप सिर्फ इनको समझें, इनको मेमोराइज करें, लाइक आप इनसे ना अपने कॉन्सेप्ट्स को क्लियर करें, ठीक है। ये चीजें जो है आपके एमसीक्यूज में भी काम आ सकती हैं, आपकी शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन में भी काम आ सकती हैं, और लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन में आपको इनमें से जितना याद रहे उतना आप लिख के आए, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। डिस्कस द एडवांटेजेस एंड डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ लाउड रीडिंग। Advantages है, it helps teacher check pronunciation and fluency, shows students familiarity with language. Disadvantages are other students become disengaged, weak students lose interest, reader focuses more on pronunciation than understanding, students may feel nervous. What is skimming? Why is it important? Skimming is reading quickly to get the main idea of a text. Importance included, say it saves time, helps student understand content quickly, improves creativity and brainstorming, useful for pre-reading activities, helps in vocabulary building. Define scanning and explain its importance. Scanning is a reading skill used to find specific information in a text. Importance में इसकी आ जाता है, helps students recognize words and meaning, improves observation skills, vocabulary development, helps student locate information quickly, can be used according to students' level. Differentiate between skimming and scanning. Skimming used to get general idea, scanning used to find specific information. Skimming is fast reading, scanning is detailed reading. Skimming focuses on main idea and scanning focuses on particular details. Skimming used before detailed study and scanning used for searching information. Okay. What is close reading? Close reading is a detailed reading activity in which students carefully study a specific text to understand its features and styles. It helps in developing writing skill. Students observe structure and language carefully, used for specific types of writing like reports. Teacher explains objectives before reading. Students learn how to write similar text. How does close reading help in developing writing skills? Close reading improves writing skills by helping students understand the structure and features of a text. Why it helps? It helps students learn format and organization, improves vocabulary and sentence formation, helps the student observe title, dates, events, and conclusion, encourages students to write similar text independently, develops understanding and language pattern. What problems do students face during close reading? Difficult vocabulary words, complex grammar structures, students may not understand meaning easily, translation method takes more time, lack of proper guidance may confuse students. These are the problems that the student face during close reading. What are the solutions for these problems? Solutions is use dictionaries, use group work activities, give clear instructions, use direct method instead of translation method. What are the three important factors of close reading? The three important factors are literal meaning, inference, contextual meaning. Literal meaning is understanding the direct meaning of the text. Inference is the understanding hidden ideas or implied meanings. Contextual meaning is understanding meaning according to the situation or context. These three factors help students understand text deeply and improve comprehension skills. Why are clear instruction important? In close reading, clear instructions are important because they guide students about what they should observe in the text. It helps the student focus on important feature. It reduces confusion, improves understanding of the task, makes learning more effective, helps the students achieve lesson objectives easily. What is meant by reading between the lines? Reading between the lines means understanding the hidden or implied meaning of a text instead of only the direct meaning. It helps the student understand literature and poetry. It develops critical thinking, improves comprehension skills, helps the students understand writer's idea and feelings. Why is teacher guidance important in reading between the lines? Teacher guidance is important because students may confuse literal meaning with hidden meaning. It helps the student understand implied meaning correctly, reduces confusion and misunderstanding, teaches differences between literal and inferred meaning, improves interpretation skills. These are the importance of guidance. What is the predict and tell method of teaching reading? Predict and tell is a reading activity in which students predict the story by using pictures, sentences, or paragraphs. Students use imagination and creativity. Can be done individually or in groups. Helps students guess what may happen next. What are the advantages of the predict and tell method? The advantages are it boosts imagination and creativity, improves vocabulary and language skills, develops discussion and teamwork, helps the student accept others' ideas, encourages critical thinking and prediction skills. Explain the story without an ending method. In this method, students are given an incomplete story and asked to create their own ending. Students work in pair or groups for the process of this story without an ending method. They imagine and write the ending later. They compare their ending with original one. The benefit of this method is it improves creativity and imagination, develops writing and reading skills, encourages teamwork and sharing ideas. What skills do students develop through story without an ending activities? Skill developed are creativity and imagination, vocabulary building, reading and writing skills, teamwork and cooperation, decision making and opinion sharing. Differentiate between literal meaning and inferred meaning. Literal meaning, direct meaning of word, while inferred meaning is a hidden or implied meaning. Literal meaning clearly written in text, inferred meaning understood through thinking. Literal meaning easy to identify, inferred meaning requires an interpretation. Literal meaning common in simple reading, inferred meaning common in literature and poetry. What is meant by relevance in teaching reading skills? Relevance means that teaching content, activities, and assessment should match the skills the student need to develop. Main points are lesson should relate to learning objectives. Assessment should match what students are taught. Students should know why are they doing the task, how they will do it, and what they will learn from it. Relevant teaching improves understanding and learning outcomes. Why is relevance important in teaching and assessment? It makes learning meaningful, helps a student achieve learning goals, improves understanding and performance, keep students focused and motivated, ensures fair assessment of students' skill. How do headings help in developing reading skills? Heading help students understand the main idea of paragraphs and improve comprehension skills. Its importance is it improves understanding of text, develops summarizing skills, encourages creativity and imagination, helps students connect ideas with paragraphs, improves vocabulary skills. Explain the method of teaching reading through headings. Method में क्या आता है कि teacher gives paragraphs to students. Students create suitable headings. Sometimes teacher provides heading to match with paragraphs. Extra headings may also be given to test understanding. Its benefits include developing of comprehension skills, improves thinking and creativity, helps a student identify main ideas. How can teachers use heading activities effectively in the classroom? Effective use is give a student different paragraphs, encourage students to create their own headings, accept creative and relevant answers, provide extra headings for matching exercises, encourage vocabulary development. What is personal response in reading a skill? Personal response is the understanding and reaction students give after reading a text. Students understand the meaning of the text. Text pre-reading and skimming help comprehension. Students should be familiar with vocabulary before reading. Reading complete text helps better understanding. How do pre-reading and skimming help a student in comprehension? It gives students an idea about the text, prepare students for reading activity, improve understanding of content, help students predict ideas and meanings, make reading easier and more interesting. Why is linking of sentences and paragraphs important in reading? Linking helps students understand how ideas and events are connected in a text. It improves comprehension. It makes writing clear and organized. Helps students develop writing skills. Words like and, but, next, and finally connect ideas. What is cohesion and coherence in reading and writing? Cohesion is connection between sentences and ideas through linking words, while coherence is logical organization and clear flow of ideas. It makes writing meaningful, improves understanding, helps a student write effectively, important in argumentative and discussion text. Why are clear instructions important while teaching cohesion and coherence? It helps a student understand text structure, reduces confusion, guides students in organizing ideas, improves reading and writing skills, helps students write logically. What is elision? Elision is the pause or gap used during speaking and writing. It is common in dialogues and literature, shown through dots, dashes, or quotation marks, makes language sound natural, helps improve speaking and writing skills. Why is elision important in language learning? It is important because it develops natural speaking style, improves reading of dialogues, helps the student understand pause in his speech, improves story and dialogue writing, makes communication more effective. What is the importance of repetition in teaching? Repetition means repeating words and sentences during teaching, helps students remember concepts, give confidence and assurance to learner, improves understanding, makes learning easier and clearer, strengthens language skills. Why is punctuation important in reading and writing? Punctuation makes writing clear and meaningful. It helps a student understand sentence structure. It improves reading and speaking skills, helps in correct word stress and intonation, prevents misunderstanding of meaning. What is meant by reading for pleasure? Reading for pleasure means reading books for enjoyment and interest rather than for exams. It develops reading habit, improves vocabulary and language skills, creates love for learning, makes learning stress-free, encourages independent reading. How can teacher develop reading for pleasure in children? Ways to develop this habit are allow students to choose their own books, encourage book fair and libraries, create classroom or mobile libraries, guide students in selecting suitable books, motivate students to buy and care for books. What is the importance of library resources in reading development? Library resources encourages independent learning, develops reading habit, provide access to different books, creates peaceful reading environment, helps student gain extra knowledge. What are the important feature of poetry? The important feature of poetry includes rhyme, rhythm, simile, metaphor. These features make poetry interesting and musical, develops imagination and creativity, and improves language understanding. Why are pronunciation and word stress important in poetry recitation? Improves understanding of poem, help express correct meaning and emotion. It makes speech clear and effective, change tone and meaning of sentences, improve speaking and listening skills. What are the important things to observe while reading? The important feature to observe while reading are linked text, cohesion, elision, repetition, punctuation, sentence formation, idioms, and metaphor. These features improve reading comprehension and writing skills. What are the learning outcomes of reading skills? Learning outcomes of reading skills are become familiar with words and letter, spell words correctly, pronounce words properly, understand paragraph in context, identify parts of speech, work with peers in group activities. What is creative writing? Creative writing is a form of writing in which students use imagination and original ideas to express their thoughts. It encourages creativity and imagination, helps a student express ideas freely, develops thinking and writing skills. Students should note creative ideas in notebooks. Why is creativity important in writing skills? It is important because it develops imagination, improves thinking ability, helps a student express unique ideas, makes writing interesting and meaningful, and it builds confidence in students. How can teachers improve creative writing skills in students? Ways to improve creative writing skills in students are uh, encourage imagination and original ideas, teach grammar and sentence structure, motivate students to write regularly, allow students to note creative ideas, build confidence, and avoid discouragement. Why are grammar and vocabulary important in creative writing? It helps a student form correct sentences, makes writing clear and understandable. Importance of vocabulary here is it helps understand, choose suitable words, improves expression of ideas, makes writing more effective and creative. How can teachers help a student improve vocabulary? Methods to improve vocabulary include encourage reading habits, display new words in classroom, teach meaning and usage of words, use vocabulary activities and discussions, provide easy access to useful words. Why should students not be discouraged for grammar mistakes? Encouragement builds confidence. Students learn better through practice. Fear of mistakes reduces creativity. Positive feedback improves writing skills. Creative ideas should also be appreciated. That's why students not be discouraged for grammar mistakes. Why is spelling important in writing skill? Spelling makes writing clear and understandable, important in academic assessment. Too many spelling mistakes reduce quality of writing. Correct spelling improves communication, helps reader understand ideas properly. Why should be the role of fair assessment in writing skills? Fair assessment marks should be given for ideas as well as spelling. Detailed feedback should be provided. Students' strength should be appreciated. Assessment should encourage learning and improvement. What is formal writing? What is formal writing? Formal writing is a type of writing used in academic and official situations. It uses proper format and structure, includes title, beginning, and reading. Use formal language and greetings, avoids informal spoken words, should be neat and presentable. What are the characteristics of formal writing? Official and academic style, proper grammar and vocabulary, organized structure, formal tone and greetings, clear and respectful language. These are the characteristics of formal writing. What is informal writing? Informal writing is casual writing used in personal communication with friends and familiar people. Its features include simple and relaxed language similar to spoken language, mostly used in emails and online communication, does not require strict format used among peers and friends. Differentiate between formal and informal writing. Formal writing used in official and academic work. Informal writing used in personal communication. Formal writing uses proper format, while informal writing is use flexible format. Formal writing use formal language, and in informal writing, casual language is used. Formal writing is respectful and professional in tone, while informal writing is friendly and relaxed in tone. Formal writing is used in assignments and reports, while informal writing is used in chats and personal emails. What is narrative writing? Narrative writing is a type of writing that tells a story. It has characteristics and events, uses sequence words like next and finally, includes descriptive words and adjectives, uses linking phrases, makes the story interesting. What is argumentative writing? Argumentative writing presents different opinion on one topic. It includes arguments and counter arguments, uses dialogue style, include opinion from both sides, uses phrases like in my opinion, requires correct punctuation. What is dialogue writing? Dialogue writing shows conversation between speaker. It uses inverted commas, shows exact words of speakers, uses punctuation marks correctly, may include emotions or actions, makes text realistic and interesting. What is exposition writing? Exposition writing presents one-sided opinion or viewpoint on a topic. It explains one belief or idea, does not include argument from opposite side, mostly used in campaigns and advertisement, gives freedom to express opinion. What is report writing? Report writing presents information and events in an organized form. It uses indirect or reported speech, includes date, time, and location based on facts and figures, avoids personal feeling and emotion, uses words like said and claimed. What is discussion writing? Discussion writing presents ideas and opinions about a topic. It includes different opinions. Opinions may agree with each other, uses factual information, uses phrases like I think, encourages sharing of ideas. Differentiate between argumentative and exposition writing. Argumentative writing includes two sides of arguments, while exposition writing presents one-sided opinion. Argumentative writing includes counter arguments, while exposition writing has no counter arguments. Argumentative writing is similar to debate, while exposition writing is similar to explanation. Argumentative writing uses dialogue style, while exposition writing focuses on belief or stance. What are the important features of a formal letter? Formal letter uses title or surname for addressing. It includes proper greetings and closing phrases. Content should be respectful and to the point. Unnecessary details should be avoided. Follows proper structure like beginning, middle, and ending. Why should formal letter be precise and relevant? It makes the message clear, saves readers time, maintains professionalism, keeps focus on the main issue, makes communication effective. These are the reasons that's why a formal letter should be precise and relevant. What are salutations? Explain their importance in writing. Salutations are greeting phrases used at the beginning of letter or messages. It shows respect and politeness. It helps maintain proper relationship. Different salutations are used for different peoples. Make writing formal or informal according to situation. For example, dear sir, dear friend, or your highness. Differentiate between formal and informal salutation. Formal salutation uses for respected persons. Informal salutation used for friends and family. Example for formal salutation is dear sir, while example for informal salutation is hi or hello. Formal salutation show professionalism, while informal salutation show friendliness. Formal salutation used in official writing and informal salutation used in casual writing. What is formal language? Formal language is polite and professional language used in official and academic communication. It uses respectful words, avoids slang and short form, follows proper grammar used in formal letters and assignments. How can teachers teach formal language to students? Teach difference between formal and informal words, give sentence conversion exercises, encourage polite expressions, discuss examples of formal writing, allow students to share different answers confidently. Why should teachers avoid discouraging students while teaching language style? Reasons include builds confidence in student, encourage participation, help a student express ideas freely, create positive learning environment, improves communication skills. What is reflective writing? Reflective writing is writing in which a person records thoughts, experiences, and reflections for future reference. It can be formal or informal, helps in self improvement, used in diaries, reports, and academic work, keeps record of experiences and ideas. Differentiate between reflective writing and diary writing. Reflective writing reflects on experiences. Diary writing records daily events and notes. Reflective writing can be formal or informal. Diary writing mostly informal. Reflective writing used for analysis and improvement. Diary writing used for personal records. Reflective writing may be published or academic, while diary writing usually personal and private. What is diary writing? Diary writing is a form of informal writing used to record daily events, ideas, and experiences. It's personal and informal, can be written during or after an event, helps in vocabulary building, can be used for note writing. How does diary writing help a student? It improves writing habits, builds vocabulary, helps a student organize thoughts, encourages regular writing practice, develops observation and reflection skills. What is meant by building characters in writing? Building characters means describing the personality, qualities, and behavior of a person in stories or narratives. It makes the stories interesting, helps reader understand characters, develops descriptive writing skills, uses suitable formal or informal language. What is profile writing? Profile writing is a formal, informative writing that describes a person's background, skills, hobbies, and achievements. It gives detailed personal information, includes education, hobbies, and talents, uses separate paragraphs for different topics. It creates a clear picture of personality. Why is profile writing important? It helps in applications and introduction, shows personality and achievement, give detailed information to reader, improves formal writing skills, and creates positive impression. What are the characteristics of a favorable classroom environment for speaking skills? Characteristics include friendly and supportive atmosphere. Students should not be mocked or mistaken. Students should not be mocked for mistakes. Teachers should encourage English speaking. Positive body language and gestures should be used. Classroom should be stress-free and motivating. Why is a friendly classroom environment important for speaking skills? It reduces hesitation and fear, builds confidence in students, encourages participation, helps the student learn from mistakes, makes communication easier and natural. How can teacher improve speaking skills in the classroom? By using conversation and dialogue activities, focus on pronunciation and intonation, use audio aids and examples, encourage students to listen to English news. Teachers should model correct speaking themselves. Why are language games important in teaching speaking? Make learning fun and stress free, improve vocabulary and speaking confidence, help the student learn naturally. It encourages student participation, make classroom activities interesting. How can teachers help a student build vocabulary? By using word banks and charts, provide dictionaries and magazines, create resource corners in classroom, encourage regular vocabulary practice, teach students to use words independently. Why is vocabulary important for speaking skill? It is important because it helps students express the ideas clearly, improves communication skills, builds confidence in speaking, helps in reading and understanding language, makes conversation easier and effective. What is the importance of pair work in speaking skills? It reduces students' shyness, encourages communication with partner, improves confidence and fluency, helps teacher observe mistakes easily, develops teamwork and cooperation. How should teachers give feedback during pair work? Give collective feedback first, avoid taking names in the beginning, appreciate a students' efforts, correct mistakes politely, use positive and encouraging comments. इसके साथ ही जो है ये पार्ट 1 यहाँ कंप्लीट होता है। मैंने सोचा था कि कंप्लीट मिड टर्म मैं इसी वीडियो में कवर कर दूंगी, लेकिन वीडियो काफी लंबी हो रही है, इसलिए इसका नेक्स्ट पार्ट भी मैं जल्द ही अपलोड कर दूंगी। तो चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना है किस ना भूलिएगा। ठीक है, वीडियो को जरूर फेलो स्टूडेंट के साथ शेयर करें ताकि और स्टूडेंट्स जो मिड टर्म अपना अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं वो भी अच्छा अपना पेपर अटेम्प्ट कर सकें। मैं इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट पार्ट के साथ जल्द हाजिर होंगी। तब तक आप सब अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज।